Perfect.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Patricia Pineda. I belong to Advanced English, and I'm going to do a video conference. The first question is, how do you think cyberbullying is taking place among children and teenagers nowadays? My answer is young people and adolescents today lack a world built on values such as respect, peaceful coexistence, and acceptance of difference, tolerance, love, and self-control training. For this reason, cyberbullying occurs because some of them are digital natives without values and control of their parents. Continue, please.
Okay, well, according to your answer, Patricia, I think that the point of reference in this moment is the technology. The technology has become the point of reference to social relations between them every day. And I think that the parents and the teachers have to control anyway the use of the technology. The teens in this case, without control and permission, allows to be free in give an opinion of many ways. In this case, the bullying begins inside a determined place and continues in social networks. So, which are private or personal, whatever they think. So, it's important that the parents can be confident and give dependence, but they have to be commitment to in the power of control in the situation. So, are you agree, Sandra?
Yes, I consider children and teenagers are more vulnerable to affect with cyberbullying. And it's important to keep in mind that cyberbullying occurs between peers, so the problem with the children or teenagers who attacks start at home. They are children with a lot of problems, and sometimes they have parents divorced, or they live with child abuse, or the way to feel better is attacking other person. As I told you yesterday, I think the problem here is the parents, because sometimes they think that the technological babysitter are the best option to share time with their children.
Okay, here we go. And according with this question, it's very important for parents to guide the children or adolescents how to use technology devices responsibly, because nowadays it's common for them to be in contact with technology devices as smartphones, tablet, laptop, and so on. It's important for children to understand that to use these devices can generate a false confidence when they are using them. So it's very important to take care about how we explain specific rules about responsible use of this technology. Okay.
And I would like to add something to Jose. It's important as a parent, teach them to use in a safe way the electronic devices. So I think one is the factor to occur still cyberbullying.
What is the factor about what?
To occur the cyberbullying.
Sorry. Last part I did not understand. Sorry, Sandra.
Yes.
Please repeat the question because the last part
No, I
did
didn't.
not.
I didn't ask anything. I said I would like to add your comment, but
My
we can
comments about?
continue. Yeah, we can continue with second question.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
The second question is, what would you do to prevent cyberbullying among your students? So in that case, for me, it is a complex situation, a complex problem in this moment. Because as a teachers, we can help all the time inside the school. But taking into account external support, it is very difficult. So otherwise, I think that the real facts can afford awareness and balance between them. Real facts as the video that we saw, and conferences, group work, guidelines can help to the situation. At the testimony of some, in this case, at the video, is a good in the process. In fact, on the use of the ICTs, the teachers can blog any web pages and other tools for working in projects in the same topic. I think that is important and that is a helpful tool too. I think that the projects, as I said, can be a reflection in them inside the classroom. So, what do you think?
Okay, I think it's crucial to keep an excellent relation with all the students, even with their parents. And the idea is to know their roles in their homes, with their mates and their families. And in this way, if we know them very good, we will detect some stress situation. But it's important that we as a teacher, we require like a program where the people, the government, teach us how to manage this kind of situation. Because I think maybe in my case as a teacher, I don't know how to manage these kind of things.
Okay, I will talk with the parents, and I suggest them that they should be aware of the places their children visit during the day, and what they do through social networks. And I will suggest to young people or adolescents who report to the authorities, to those people who are causing cyberbullying to them or to a friend. In addition, they have to act with intelligence. They don't respond to those messages to prevent problems grow up, as it will be used to continue the cyberbullying. Jose, please.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. As a teacher, I think that students have to understand that it's a real problem, and teachers can make them understand that through activities that students are different from each other. So they have to accept that they can accept the difference and avoid to use technology to cause psychological harm in others. Okay.
Okay, the third question is, as a teacher, what would you do if you find out one of your students is being bullied online? And what would you do if one of your students is bullied online? If I found out one of my students is being bullied online, I would talk to him or her and give him or give her confidence to talk and comment everything is happening. Also talk to his or her parents to support the child at every moment. And now, if I found one of my students is bullied online, I would like to look for psychological assistance to help him, and talk to his or her family to identify the reason to do that. I think it's really important to teach them how can they use the technological devices in a safe way and establish rules to use technology at home and at school.
Okay, well, I'm according with you in the part of the psychologist process, Sandra. Well, if one of my students is bullied, I think that the first thing is verify the information given from sender to receiver, right? After that, they should begin the psychologist process, and the school must begin the trace for eradicating the bully. I think that is the steps taken into account. On the contrary, if one of my students is bullied, so I have to identify him or her and verifying the information given the same way. He or she should be in the same process, psychological process, and inform the corresponding entities. I think that they have received the sanction indicated by them.
Okay, if there is a student who is being bullied online, I will advise him, her to lock the contacts, to don't connect with those people that are causing him his problem. They don't answer the message, so they don't increase the bullying. Act quickly and intelligently with their parents' support to be told to the police and so end the fight. And if there is a student who is bullying another young online, I will advise him or her to stop the digital bullying because this will bring him bad consequence. I'll take him or her to follow the regular channels to the manual of coexistence of the institution, and I will send him or her to the school psychologist. I'll take to her or his parents of what they are doing to this young teenager. That's all.
Okay, so it's a hard situation even one is being bullied and the other one is bullying online. So in the first case, if a student is being bullied, we have to provide support and help this child to talk with parents and work together to look for a better solution. And the first is to teach how to use the internet, the social web in a safe way. So, and the second case, if a student is bullied online, it means that there is a problem in his process. The parents has been making mistakes. Maybe they are not treating the child in the right way, and he's not understanding how important it is to take care about himself or herself and about others. That's all. Okay, next question. It's mine. Number 4. Okay. Why do you think some children and teenagers have committed suicide pressure by cyberbullying? Is there something that teachers and parents could have done to avoid this situation and prevent their death? Okay, suicide is the last option for children or teenagers who suffer about this situation. So how to prevent suicide in children? The first thing is that they must understand that people around can help and there is support. They can find someone always willing to help him or her. So parents and teachers have to work together to help these children and teenagers through the overcome the situation, because suicide is the last option, so we have to take care about how we manage this situation. Okay.
Okay,
Next,
so I think there are several factors that are influenced by themselves. I think that the internet is a consequence of that. So the ways of hurting, of joking them, and the lack of support in several moments for teachers, parents, and friends are the principal in this case. So there are moments that we forgot the advice or the advertisement, and doesn't matter the minimum details. The minimum details means shown by them or the attitudes. Always we have or we try to confuse with the physical and psychological changes in the adolescence. But I think we used to know our children and teens, attitudes and behaviors. We have to be attentive to them, and the first time is one of the things for preventing these regrettable situations or episodes. What about you, Patricia?
Children or teenagers commit suicide because they feel pressure, hurt. Perhaps they are guys of a low social status, which don't use fashionable clothing, or perhaps they have physical gaps, or by acting or walking, or are overweight, or any other reason which others could consider they have the right to offend them and do cyberbullying. The other is both teachers and parents have to help after learning of what happened to the boy, must act to provide support, advice, and let him or her know the young man is not alone in this problem. There is a solution, and that he or she is worth a lot as a human being. For that reason, they mustn't think if it's true that others say about him. A timely help can save a life.
Okay, perfect. Very good, Patricia. Sandra.
Sandra, give us your answer, please. Okay.
We can wait, of course.
Relax.
Okay. Okay, about this situation, I think these kind of things happen because the children or teenagers feel depressed. And of course, I consider as a parents, we can give more confidence to our kids, and the idea is kids don't feel affected with the comment. Also be aware of the risks to use technology and teach them how to use them. As teacher, we try to identify on time if some of our students is being bullied and look for help they needed. That's my point of view.
Okay. The question number 5 and the last is, do you know of any strategies or campaigns anti-cyberbullying in the world, in Colombia, and the institution where you work? Do you think they really work? Why or why not? In Colombia, through television programs, there are campaigns to stop bullying. Law of 1620 also talks about the issue, seeks to promote and strengthen public education and the strengthening of human rights concepts and healthy living, as well as minimize rates of bullying and cyberbullying. In the school where I work, this topic is covered in the Manual of Coexistence, and also the rules and steps are set to exterminate the cyberbullying. Of course, campaigns are running to help, and the rules established from the outset within the Manual of Coexistence of a school, and those alerts prevent future problems. Continue.
Okay, I want to ask Patricia. I have never watched any program or any channel here in Colombia where they promote how to prevent cyberbullying. I don't know, where have you watched that?
Okay, here in my house, I have any red or net, and I watching Cartoon Network. It's not a Colombian program, but today, in fact, in Compensar, there was running about this topic, cyberbullying or bullying in general. They have a running about that.
Yes, I think around the world there are many campaigns and many programs to prevent the cyberbullying and the bullying. But here in Colombia, I think we don't have all of those kind of resources and programs that we could have it, and we need it. And yes, you say Cartoon Network. I think that it's real important because it's a favorite channel for kids, and they could know and they get some information. But I think the most important are the first people who needs this information are teachers and our parents. And that law, I think it doesn't work here in Colombia. And we need more kind of programs of that to prevent prevent the cyberbullying. That's it.
Okay. Well, according to your question, I think that we have to work on that, on the campaigns in Colombia. I'm agreeing with you, Sandra, but as we can see here in Colombia, it's not so big the problem. I think that is the reason of that we don't find any campaigns or any big campaigns or important campaigns about the topic. In this case, in an opportunity, my last job, there was an important campaign about cyberbullying for students of the institute, but mostly for high school. Because they used to do it, but in a minimum way. So first there was many reflections made by themselves about the topic. Then was a great conference of a man who lived the cyberbullying years ago. So I think that experience was really interesting for them. The most relevant moment was the change that they can make the interaction between them and look for the mistakes and think about the many pains and many I don't know how do you say that, and many damage that they cause with the situation. So in my opinion, the activity worked because they now acquire more awareness of the responsibility of each one in the process about cyberbullying.
Well, about the first question, is that in our country there is no program focusing in this situation. So, considering that there is no program, we as a teachers, we have to take care about comments when we are in class because some of them can have a message associated with I don't know xenophobia, homophobia, and the other is racism, for example. So the first step is how we communicate to our children about these specific cases. Race, sexual orientation, politics views. I don't know, when we talk about people from other countries, cultures, And I think that's the first step to give solution for this common problem nowadays.
I want to comment one thing. It's important that you know that there was a campaign in my neighborhood. I live in Villaluz. A black woman came to my school and gave to the children a conference about cyberbullying. They told us they got to a man who was committed this action against a children or some children. They followed through the net and the conversations with the child, one child, and then they can catch this man. And this is important because in my school, we know a lot about this topic.
Okay, that's interesting because in my school where I work, there was an important campaign too, and that is the first thing that we have to make in that the process and the prevention of that we have to begin to do it as a teachers too. Maybe in classes we have to take the topic for working.
Yes, Carolina, that's really important. And I think as a teachers, we have to focus on that. And I would like that we create or maybe organize a campaign where we will work with this. We cannot wait to know some cases where happened this. We can prevent it.
Okay.
Okay, girls, I think that's all. And that's the end. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye-bye. See you.